IVM.
Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Simplified. Last week we showed you part 1 of our live episode which we recorded in early May. This is part 2 of that conversation and we kind of like jump right into it. There's really no intro or anything like that because we chopped off the recording for audio halfway through. Hence, I have come here to ease you into that conversation. And yeah, let's get right into it, shall we? As always, the 4 simplified hosts are discussing their predictions, and yeah, off we go. Editing the show for audio is going to be one hell of a task, no?
Nice neck, Naren.
I know.
Sorry, I was just trying to figure out how to see the comment section.
So, Naren clearly showing us that even though he's cool, he's still a old dad, and they will hold the camera in a weird angle.
Okay, we did skip one recap question because we are going to take that right at the end because it's a question for me. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, guys, come on. Amazon will see a surge in buying of attractive food carrying dabbas, not just any food carrying dabbas.
Attractive food carrying dabbas.
So in order to reduce plastic, Swiggy and Zomato will offer like a new service, right? Where eco-conscious customers have the option to reuse dabbas from the most ordered restaurants. So in dabbas, you'll have like this, like, they will give you in preview, like, stuff like that. So when the person comes to you for delivery, you give him your old dirty dabba, which goes to the restaurant and you get new dabba. So something like that. So that plastic usage is reduced. It's sort of circuitous, but I feel there is...
I love this world where... I love this world where Chuck lives in, where everyone's looking forward to the Impossible Burger and like reducing usage of plastic and cardboard. But very nice, optimistic.
And everyone listens to prog all day. Utopian world I live in.
My angle is a little... it's slightly darker.
Is it obtuse?
Definitely. So this one. So the thing is, what happens is like as time goes, of course, because like the COVID becomes so prevalent and like the people are so afraid of venturing out. Agriculture entirely collapses. The way we know it, agriculture collapses, and also like food. Options have completely gone. So therefore, because of a couple of technological innovations, timely technological innovations, people can get their nutrients from like basically a tasteless goop. All right, a colorless goop. And another technological innovation allows it to give it flavor, but it still looks like goop. It's just like whatever goop. So what Amazon does is that it innovates a new dabba that what it does is it gives the illusion that the food looks amazing, but actually it's goop inside. So the dabba that is there is not the dabba is not attractive. It's the attractive food carrying dabba. So it makes the food look attractive. So therefore, what it does is that is the search, because now you're eating this. Just gives you the illusion that it looks attractive.
So you have again done that whole bracket thing again. So it's attractive food carrying dabbas and not attractive food carrying dabbas.
Yeah. It'd be nice if the food carried the dabbas.
Yeah, so attractive food which is carrying the dabbas. So a lot of things can actually, you can. Naren, do you want to try this?
So I was playing with the attractive food carrying dabba. So non-vegetarians would think of goats or chicken or something on which one dabba travels. But yeah, it's not a pleasant thought. So I thought it's like...
Okay.
Impossible Burger. So Tony, this is...
No, I mean, now I'm like in a spot. Okay, I'll try to explain the logic behind this. Okay, so restaurants are a thing of the past, but we still need to socialize, right? So what will happen is dining at home becomes much more prevalent, and you call over a few friends and stuff like that, but only people who you trust. Now people are paranoid about getting food from outside. Point one. And point 2 is we are seeing the mass Dunning-Kruger effect of ability of cooking, right? Everyone's made banana bread and pizza and all, and people are like, hey, I'm a great cook now.
Yeah.
So when I'm called over to someone else's place, we're like, we're not ordering from Swiggy or whatever. I made this great pizza. I'm gonna, bring it to your place. But like when I'm presenting, it also needs to be attractive, right? So the dabba itself will be the first place where people see my cooking. So that hence attractive food carrying dabbas for all of these reasons.
Incredible. Anyway, 10 seconds for the about 15 seconds for the comment section. We have Nirav, who's a Nirav Parekh, regular listener of Simplified, chiming in with many more people can cook now. So many more people will carry dabbas to office and therefore need for showing off. So kind of link to your answer, Tony.
Fair
And Uttara is actually...
Yeah, Uttara called me out very nicely.
Yeah, very nicely called out today. Thinking like the kid who's sleeping in class and suddenly called by teacher to answer question.
And gave exactly the kind of answer that such a kid would have given to such a teacher.
And Joshi is one comment away from being kicked out, who's said that I've again come up with a consolation certificate. Okay. So moving on to the next.
Yeah, moving on to the next, I am paging the first ever guest on Simplified, which is Harshal Modi. Are you here, Harshal?
Harshal!
Yes, Harshal raised hand. Don't be this polite. Hey, man.
Hello, man. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Harshal.
How are you doing, man?
Hi. Been a long time since I met you guys, man.
I think it's a very long time since anyone has met anyone.
No. Long before COVID also, it's been years, I think.
It's been years, yeah.
Oh, by the way, I
Sorry about that. My laptop
did to a live presentation of Simplified. Last time I didn't.
Finally.
Oh, yeah, you were there last time also, no?
Okay.
I was not there, darling.
You have a couple of pretty interesting predictions for us. I'll put both of them over here. So for whoever wants to... So Harshal, do you want to take us through these? We would like to hear these in your voice.
So, okay, the first one will be bakers will be baking more biscuits and toast.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And
should
go for any of it. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if this is true or not, and I'm just making a guess.
Also a tagline for Simplified.
Basically, I don't know. Do biscuits and toast need yeast? I'm saying yeast will be used by a lot of people stuck at home to brew beer and stuff like that. So there will be a yeast shortage, and bakers will end up making things that don't need yeast. That's my stab at one. But I really don't know what is involved in making biscuits or toast.
Mine is terrible and impromptu, but there are a lot of online concerts happening now. And that will result in a lot of fairly obscure but amazing bands gaining prominence. And the fans of those bands will also start trying to get memorabilia of that. So that's where Chai Met Toast will get a lot of prominence. And therefore, of course, biscuits go with chai anyway. So chai, biscuits and toast will increase a lot of sales. So bakers will definitely be making a lot more of that.
Oh my God.
This answer should be banned.
Oh God.
Biscuits and toast. By the way, audience, if you have any better answers than us,
I think the audience has cracked it already. Is to say that everyone, first, no one's going to celebrate birthdays. Who said that? Can we scroll up and see? And therefore, cakes won't be required. And also, people make cakes at home.
Yeah.
And I think those two are good answers.
Yeah, that was my guess as well, because everyone's making bread and cake at home. So biscuits and toast are the only thing left for the bakers to make.
Yeah, I am at a loss myself to think of something because I'm already thinking of an answer for the next question. So I am going to pass, unfortunately, over here. Harshal, please put us out of her collective misery.
So with social distancing going to continue in the future, even after lockdowns are lifted and all those things are happening, what is going to happen is that Juhu Beach will see a lot less people visiting it throughout the day, throughout the time, in the evenings, etc., whatever. So now what happens is, because fewer people are visiting Juhu Beach, fewer people are having pav bhaji. Since fewer people are having pav bhaji, the pav bhaji makers will require less breads. So they will ask for less breads from the makers, the bakers, the bakeries. So the bakeries will then say that, okay, fine, we will need to make less pav. That is okay. But then what do we utilize the rest of the time for? Let us make biscuits and toast.
Biscuits and toast.
Hallelujah.
Fair. Very good.
That is the only way.
That is the only way. Superb. Also very plausible, strangely enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
And convoluted enough based on what you wanted it to be. So.
Okay, all right, fair. I asked for it. Next, IMFL makers will be facing shortages of raw material, but alcohol bottle demands will increase. My guess for this is people will start using alcohol bottles for those. They'll want to do up their houses and things, no? So they'll do the old college thing of putting fairy lights inside the bottle and all that. So that's why I think alcohol bottle demand will increase. Not for using alcohol, but for home decor.
No, I think a popular thing in Zoom calls these days among college friends and everything is everyone sits with a drink, right?
Yeah.
So all the posh guys will be drinking some single malt Glenfiddich, whatnot. And you feel one type bringing out one antiquity or Blender's Pride or something. So you will also need to get one empty bottle of Glenfiddich and pour your antiquity or whatever. In that
What were you saying? What were you saying?
Exactly.
I didn't hear that.
No.
Do you want to go ahead? Moni's one.
Sorry. I was on mute. Just to complete the cliche, Harshal. So I think this will be, basically alcohol will go towards more sanitizers maybe.
Yeah. That's what
but I don't know. People will still want to drink. So bottle. I don't know about the second part.
My answer was going to be that, I was just going to play on the fact that it's alcohol bottles, which are sanitizers, are effectively alcohol bottles. That demand will definitely increase.
I love the answer Tejas has given, which are connect back to the first question. Most basic raw material is rice, wheat, rice, and yeast for IMFL, but these products are now being used to make cakes at home.
Yes, the reverse.
Nice, very, very nice.
Is that the answer?
Yes.
Yeah, you guys got it mostly.
Wow, we did. Sorry, we did not. That was not our intention.
So, isopropyl alcohol, which is one of the main ingredients for IMFL, is already there was a stage of it when sanitizers were majorly in demand in early March. So even after that, even after all this, it will still be in demand to make sanitizers, both isopropyl alcohol and ethyl alcohol, which means that these guys will not have any alcohol left over to make liquor. So that is why there will be a shortage. Now, for bottles, there have been all these reasonings that, there will be people who will be selling local hooch in the bottles. And everyone will be like, okay, fine, we have a nice, rich, big bottle at home. But there is only hooch inside. So that was the reasoning behind it.
So Naren got that half.
Yeah, Naren got that, yeah.
Naren got that. Not points for that.
Super. Let us move on. Thanks, Harshal. I think these were actually the most logical of everything that happened so far.
Yeah, so we have to say bye to Harshal now because he was too logical.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah.
Next, we are calling. By the way, Sriket, I have no idea who's leading or who's losing between the four of us, but you seem to be getting consolation prize for it. That's the only thing people seem to be tracking. Like Sriket consolation prize again. Okay, paging Animesh Das was an Animesh of the Horns Up podcast. Hey, Animesh. What's up?
Hey.
Hey. So Animesh and his friend Peter, who also has asked a question over here, runs a podcast called Horns Up. Anyone who's into Indian rock and metal, or just rock and metal in general, should listen to that. I came onto the show a few months back to do. We did a show called Our Favorite Gigs of 2019. Animesh, we might as well do that for this year. No? I have 3 gigs in January, which.
Hey, but are you counting live gigs and streaming gigs? Because by that count, I think Peter and I have I don't know how many gigs.
Very good question. Yeah, very good question. So we'll discuss that in December, but let us not take away from.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I've been keeping a track. Yeah, cool. Animesh has some very, very interesting predictions over here. Tell us in your voice, please, sir.
Okay, the first one, as you all can read right now, professional wrestlers will become the next youth icons. Tell me why.
Professional wrestlers will become the next youth icons.
Is this to do with the Vince McMahon thing and
everything in wrestling has to do with Vince McMahon?
Yeah, but basically, I think Florida said WWE is an essential service.
Oh.
So,
not just that. Just to add to what you're saying, Vince McMahon is also part of Trump's
economic revival plan. But I'll go with the first one, which is Florida made wrestling essential, which means these guys had to fight and be in close contact even when COVID was widespread. So basically they are doing it against their will for their livelihood. So they are heroes. And they're popular enough and have an image, so therefore they're next youth icons.
Any other takers?
Wow.
I have a theory. So about the bravest thing you can do in this day is to stand 2 feet close to 2 feet from someone's face and shout very, very loudly about promising things, what you're going to do to that person. And so that's going to be the big sort of example of bravery after this, courage, sheer courage. There are people who sort of, who are going to, youth are going to look away. Dad and mom never do that. They stand in front of each other and shout. Maybe that's why professional wrestlers will become the next youth icons.
So if professional wrestlers are going to be, if WWE is going to be the only thing that's going to be, the only entertainment that's going to happen, because Netflix is going to eventually run out of shows, right? So if wrestling is the only thing, then all the pop culture memes and stuff that you see are going to be based on that, and all those images and stuff will be downloaded, and people will start using them as the icons on their app. So literally, professional wrestlers will become the icons on youth's phones. That's that. When in doubt, take the bad pun angle.
I was going to go there, but I didn't want to win another consolation prize.
Yes, I have one consolation prize. Okay, Animesh, you know what to do. Please.
Wait, I have an answer.
Oh, you have an answer. Oh, you didn't give an answer.
Yeah, so mine is on the lines of, despite its infamous reputation of being fake and all that stuff, WWE has actually been one of the, WWF and professional wrestling has been one of the most innovative and innovative sports that have been out there, where they've done a lot of innovations in terms of streaming and stuff like that. So what they're going to do is that because there can't be, actual professional wrestling can't happen, they are probably going to create some kind of interface where there is WWE on PlayStation, and you'd be actually able to play. Professional wrestlers would be able to hook themselves up to sensors, and professional gamers will be actually able to control them. And so what that would do is that they will be, people playing on the PlayStation would be actually able to get the wrestlers to fight each other in whatever way they wanted to. And that would become super popular and one of the biggest sports of the time, and that would make them the next youth icons.
Wow.
So the silence is deafening. Out of our misery.
I think people have left.
Somehow I've managed the consolation prize again.
Animesh, tell us.
Let me tell you something simplified. Tony's lost recorded, but during these crazy times, the world has seen that regular actors and artists are just like you and me, largely useless, talentless hacks running around without any direction. Maybe even without work, since production will take some time to start again. And sports, there's no sports in sight. But wrestlers have already been there. They've been saying their prayers, drinking their milk, and eating their vitamins, and have been deemed an essential business by the dumbasses in Florida. So wrestling and wrestlers continue to do what they do and will become one of the only sources of life entertainment. And soon the world will ask, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when wrestling runs wild on you?
Oh,
Well done, brother.
Oh man. So,
must say in the last
Animesh, I want you to go on Seen and the Unseen and speak like this throughout on public policy.
No, wait. I am interested in seeing how Animesh is going to top this with his next answer.
No. Say that I think that is the most prepared thing that's been said on Simplified in the last 100 episodes.
Superb.
I live by Chuck, man. I live by Chuck's example.
I was trying to drink from the bottle and spit, but was empty. But then I realized it just followed my face.
Amazing. Okay. The second question, I don't know how we can follow that up, is rock and metal music will become elitist and the new jazz. My guess is just that in this time, rock and metal musicians are going to find it more and more difficult to be able to play music, because of which fewer and fewer people are going to listen to them. So it's going to become, it's going to become more elitist that way. Because all the new, singer-songwriters and electronic musicians will thrive in this time, and that's it. Sorry, is that a logical answer?
Yeah, it's good.
Sorry.
So I think basically the other gig economy will
That makes sense.
But I think lots of answers have come in chat which are around the same thing, social distancing and all of that. So I won't repeat. But basically, that sounds like logical.
Okay. Animesh?
It's just going to be that social distancing. I mean, because of everyone staying at home so much, people will see a lot less of rocks and metals, and therefore it is more elite.
One thing,
Animesh,
so
tell us.
I've seen a grand total of, I've gone to a grand total of 2 rock shows. Okay? And one thing that amazed me, so I'm not an aficionado of rock music by mile. And one thing that which struck me was everybody wanted to listen to the same thing that they'd listened 200 times in their home. And these guys performing that. I would wouldn't it be fun if they came out with something new and original? But apparently not. You want to hear, and there were guys next to me. So one of the ones I went to was Guns N' Roses. And one guy was really upset that Guns N' Roses played something differently from what they did. One chord was A flat minor. And come on, guys. So I think when we're free of the pressures of concerts, they'll be able to play whatever they like and do something more creative, and then that will probably forge new directions.
So they'll no longer be living under a rock.
Animesh, we hope we have destroyed your spirit enough for us to give us the actual answer.
Well, my actual answer on this was actually, it began with the thought that music shops are not essential shops. And so they won't be returning anytime soon, which means that true or authentic music will only be made possible by those who continue to own instruments. Hence, true metalheads and rockers will only gravitate towards these instrument-wala musicians, which will push elitism. On the other hand, rap, electronic, and pop, as shown by Gully Boy, require beats that you can download from YouTube and just a mic and a chunni in front of it, right? So act as your pop filter. All of these are easily available and might just become essentials because of the popularity of Zoom calls like the one we're currently on. So 2 causes that differentiate rap and electronic they will become the music of the masses, and rock and metal will become the new music of the elite.
Oh my God! Wow.
Superb.
And there goes the second most prepared thing on Simplified over the last 100 episodes.
This reminds me of the time, Chuck, you were doing that. What was that? Steam rock with the cooker?
Yeah. So with the pressure cooker, I riffed Smoke on the Water, I think it was.
Yeah, Smoke on the Water.
Which was quite right, like smoke, like steam. What? Never mind. Animesh, thank you very much.
You're welcome, man.
You can WWE tag team on your way out. You can call in your friend Peter. Is Peter here? Peter is the other host on the Horns Up show. Shrikit, is he around?
Peter.
Peter was
no,
on the
I don't think so.
Okay. Peter had a pretty interesting thing. I'll tell you what the answer was. I know this. Duke's Lemonade will sponsor Bangalore Open Air Festival. Bangalore Open Air is one of India's biggest metal festivals, and because now metalheads have run out of daru, they'll lose their appetite for alcohol, and you'll have brands like Duke's Lemonade that's going to sponsor metal festivals from now on. So sorry, Peter, I know you had a more colorful answer to give, but that is, we should move on, by the way. It's already 7:30, by the way. It's supposed to
and also, it is soul crushing. Like, being on a podcast is nice because you don't know how many people are listening, and they drop off.
And
now we've actually dropped down to like half the attendees, and we can see that happening. So anyone who's leaving after I've said that, you're actually physically hurting me. Please don't.
Yeah, don't do that.
We started off at one point at 50 participants. Now it's gone down to 28. So we are, I think, on our way to having 4 people at the end of this.
Where's the 4? I'm leaving.
Behzad is still there.
Okay. French. So here next is Naren's prediction, which is French political coalitions will break up. French political coalitions will break up. My answer for that is fairly straightforward. The current coalition in power is called, and excuse my actual French, La République en Marche. Which means Republic on the move, Republic who's marching. So people can't go outside anymore, they can't march, hence coalition will break up for logical and linguistic reasons. I'm assuming, Naren, that's not it.
That wasn't what I had in mind.
Okay, cool. Then quickly say. Oh, sorry.
Anyone else want to take a shot?
Yeah, Divya Ramesh has raised hand. Just leave the answer in comments and we will.
Naren, any clues?
Any clues? It's reached that stage.
Yeah, like, what do I know about French politics, man?
Yeah, you know what? First of all, the French political system is basically based on coalitions. Like, nobody seems to get a majority, and everyone is making coalitions with everyone else. And the one thing that I have noticed is that they keep sealing their coalitions with kisses. So everyone, said, go and kisses someone else. And this COVID time, no one will be courageous enough to do that. So how are you going to have coalition? Who are you going to kiss? So French coalitions will break.
Wow. And that's what's going to cause single party rule in France.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Like there has been a plan for your cats in the comments.
See, this is what happens if you stay the course on the podcast. One of these gems.
Still in the end, I'll get outside and I'll show you the cat. Somebody actually said to call back to Harshal's question, because everybody will buy macarons from Magnolia Bakery or Bake at Homes. So I think that's like the running meme throughout. The yeast and bakery stuff. All right, moving on. Thank you, Naren, for that. For that, I would have never guessed. Okay, people will color.
Before we move on,
yeah,
Divya has an answer which is no bread, so let them eat cake. Will go for extra toss. Just everyone is eating bread. Well done, Divya.
Very good.
Incredible, amazing.
Very good. Okay, people will color or decorate their noses in the future. And this is not the simple, putting on mask and
Correct. Hmm.
People will and decorate their noses in the future.
Noses, specifically nose.
This is noses in the future. Decorate.
Wow. Okay.
Should I give a clue?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. My answer, it does not involve a person's real nose.
Well, is this okay? So one theory is that the new form of as of course initially, of course, everyone's going to be wearing masks, but as it becomes the new normal, you will require a new type of mask that will be effectively like a transparent covering over your a device that you kind of put on your nose and that covers your nose. So it looks like a clown's like a clown ball on your nose, effectively. But that becomes the device of what everyone uses to kind of like shield themselves from microbes. And there is a therefore demand to stand out. There is a demand for designer noses.
Wow.
And that enables people. That requires people to color and decorate their noses in the future.
All right, fair enough.
You're saying it's not their real noses.
No. This is going to be like a device that you kind of attach to your nose.
Yeah, but will a nose by any other name smell just as sweet?
Oh God!
Horrible, but very good. Okay, shall I?
Yeah, let's see who knows. Yeah, let's see who knows.
Who knows?
Okay. So as we work remotely more and more and technology evolves, virtual reality is going to become more and more of a thing. We will be working remotely, as in like we'll be like in virtual offices and virtual parks and virtual concerts and things like that. Now, a big problem with virtual reality right now is something called cyber sickness, right? Which is when the discomfort, the nausea that you feel, the motion sickness that you feel if you have a headset on for too long. Naren will know this, of course, because Naren's son has worked in VR, and in fact, we interviewed him for one of the episodes on Simplified. So, cyber sickness is a nausea and discomfort caused by using VR technology. The technology is used in gaming, skills training, and clinical rehabilitation. Now, cyber sickness can last for hours after participating in VR applications. Now, VR headsets, without getting too much into detail, there is the visual part of it, there is the ear part of it, and then there is the sense of body part of it. One very simple way in which this can be stopped is by having a physical frame of like one thing constant in your VR screen. And what researchers have shown is that if you just try to replicate a nose in your VR screen, as you are over here, like nose over here, then because that is constant, your brain is like, okay, cool. And it's been shown that by almost 15% the cyber sickness reduces. So since that's going to be constant on your screen, people will then feel the need to customize it, add shapes, nose rings, maybe get like, I'm today an elephant, so trunk will come, different colors and all that. Because
this is why clowns have great balance then. Hey, Peter is back.
Peter is back. Peter, we let out your question. Cool. Let's move on. Read the nose in the future. Yours now. Whitefield. Yes, here's one for all of you Bangalore people. Shrikant, we can hear you.
Now it's So Whitefield, Bengaluru's load shedding problem will magically disappear. So I mean, so for all the people with any Bangalore connections, please chime in the comments. And anyone has any background on this?
No, I just want to say Whitefield has the distinction of having, I think, when couriers, etc. are delivered, the code that is put for Whitefield is WTF. So,
yes.
Interesting.
Is it because like everyone's going to work from home and companies won't be, in place, and therefore less use of electricity? It's too straightforward.
Well, that is straightforward, yes, but that's not the real. The answer is.
I have answer. I have answer.
Yeah.
Okay. See, you actually try to trick us over here. When you say load shedding, you mean physical load shedding, which is losing of weight. Now that gyms are closed, apparently gyms are closed, right? So people in Whitefield can't go to gyms. And here's the thing about Whitefield, for people who don't know Bangalore, nobody in Whitefield wants to admit that they are actually in Whitefield. So they will not go outside for a run. So as a result of which, Whitefield's load shedding problem, which is losing of weight, will magically disappear, which is people will in Whitefield will stay fat. And here is Zoya who's reacting to that. She actually has that thing that she's going to bang me on the head with. Okay.
Naren, do you have anything to add to this nonsense?
Not really.
Also a tagline for Simplified.
I'm just sort of trying to. I know. Yeah, like Chuck said, the one thing I know about Whitefield is no one admits to being there.
Why is this?
They just gone. No one. I have not met a single person who's admitted to being in Whitefield. They're either near Whitefield, they go to Whitefield, but no one is in Whitefield. So I think now, now that there's nowhere to hide, the load of being a Whitefield resident can't be shed.
So,
Naren, at this point, I just want to say Shehzad has sent us a message saying it's good to see the speakers are still enjoying this.
Little too real things are becoming people.
Divya Ramesh is saying found them all in the black field. So, but, this is Whitefield.
Here is another cat. This is a Whitefield cat.
Oh, Whitefield cat. Oh, that is an unhappy cat.
Okay. He has also been forced to simplify.
This is one of the more logical answers that is out there. There is so while Whitefield is home to Asia's largest data center, and data centers become one of the most critical functions of the post-COVID world.
Yeah.
Because if that data center goes down, half of South India loses internet, and that's the Tulip data center that's there in Whitefield, Bangalore. So what the government therefore prioritizes is that doesn't matter if the whole country loses power, but Whitefield should not. So,
yeah, makes sense, dude.
So that's where Whitefield will get its load shedding problem disappears.
Disqualified. That's actually a logical answer. Well played. And sincere apologies to anybody from Whitefield, actually. Okay, shall we move on? This is the second last prediction from the host side, thankfully. Men's hats will make a comeback, says Tony Sebastian.
This seems like a little too late in the day for us.
Okay, my simple answer is men are going to try and cut their own hair. They're going to do a botched job of it. And hence to cover that.
Yeah, that's...
Unless you have my approach.
That was going to be my answer too.
Aha.
Absolutely true. So I know there are one or two guys here who tried cutting their own hair and they ended up shaving their head. So,
yeah.
Somebody wanted to see my cat. So that's Zoya over there. Say hi to Zoya. Zoya is going to play Sweet Child of Mine on guitar because Guns N' Roses reference was made earlier today. Hi Zoya, hi.
I would give an answer, but I think at this point...
Cat is getting more engagement than us, so let's wrap this up quickly.
Yeah. So, basically that's why I said this is too late in the day. Like, hairstyle is going to be, like, non-essential, right? People will be like, I don't want to risk contracting, so why don't I, style my own hair or grow it out? Both of which are terrible options. So, to cover it up, you have a hat. With the added advantage that it can also be high-tech hats, no? Yeah. Like it can be like some Bluetooth connectivity or it showcases your temperature or whatever. So
showcases your temperature.
So you can. Only people with like proper temperature are allowed into like spaces and all of that.
Fair
so it becomes like a device-based hat also.
Nice. So integrate that with other, and you have basically help.
So you hack into someone's high-tech hat, and then you sort of up the temperature and get him caught by the top.
Yeah.
That'd be a movie plot.
Yeah. Okay. We are going to skip some things, but I want to. We should end actually because it's actually already quite late. But I want to ask Neerav if he is here because he's asked a couple of very interesting questions, and I want him to come on. Actually, Neerav, if you are around. Please
He can't magically appear. Wait.
He cannot magically appear. Shrikhet will have to do that.
Nirav is here.
Nirav
Yes.
is here.
Allowed
Hi,
to talk.
Yay, Nirav. Hello, welcome. I'm not sharing screen. I'll just yeah. So Nirav, I'm going to be a couple. Nirav has sent in a couple of questions. I'm going to read some of them out. The next big trend in the book publishing industry will be plastic hardcovers. This is superb.
Plastic hardcovers.
Plastic hardcovers. Yeah.
Incredible. Next big trend in the book publishing industry.
Yeah. I know the answer, but I would say that there's going to be, so two things will happen. One, people are going to cut wood less. And two, there will be a lot of plastic left over. And that plastic will be repurposed to make the covers of.
Oh, you're back to your utopia again.
Yeah, I believe in utopia. There is good in man. Okay.
No, it's probably like you want to wash everything that you get, like cardboards, etc. are more susceptible to virus, maybe. Like plastic you can wash.
So that's what a new study shows, that coronavirus travels more on paper. So therefore, therefore everything needs to be plastic. Plastic's the only thing that repels the virus. So therefore,
wow, that's a good answer. That's a good answer. Nirav, do you want to give us the actual one?
Yep. Okay. So the logic there is connected to Zoom meetings actually. Given that we have a lot of MBAs, consultants, everyone who will not be doing their regular meetings and webinars and shit, they will be basically stranded at home and they will try to figure out web meetings. And because they need a cooler background, they will try to actually get a full bookshelf of books to show that they are super gyanny people. And to save themselves the trouble of cleaning them up, they'll get plastic hardcovers.
I totally believe this will happen. In Korea, they started football matches recently and they put plastic spectators on the seats. So this could actually be a thing. Thank you. That was actually one of the better predictions that we got. I'm going to take one more from Nirav, which is the next big surprise best-selling book on spirituality will be written by a VFX artist.
Spirituality.
Yeah, wow. It will be written by a VFX artist. I don't know. I think like VFX artist will do something and then he'll uncover some in virtual reality, like the singularity will speak to him or something, and then he will become connected with God, or and then he will like write book.
I have no idea about it. Maybe we'll just let Nirav do this right now.
Yeah.
No, I think people magically disappearing and appearing. Maybe they'll be considered that people think they're spirits, so maybe that's why they're spiritual. I don't know.
Wow. Yes, go for it.
Okay, so here basically agree things. All the events will actually not have crowds. So everything from a godman or a baba doing a satsang is have a huge and both all kind of events will not have crowds. So these people will be going to studios and VFX people saying, okay, show me a crowd when I'm live streaming an event or whatever version of it. And what happens as a result is the VFX artist gets the kind of amazing variety of people and experiences that he will attain nirvana and spirituality, and we will get equivalent of huge great study of saying this is what the true meaning of life is.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh my God, Nirav. I think you've drunk too much of the simplified Kool-Aid.
Just imagine, and Nirav is also Nirav, like Shrikhet, also works in advertising. Just imagine if account planner is actually going to get like an attachment one day from God, which means meaning of life.pptx, and everything is over there. That was extremely unnecessarily, very bad. Okay,
simplified.
There's simplified Kool-Aid. Somebody asked.
Much not simplified.
Many years ago, one guy got 10 tablets.
Much idea, Chief. Okay, Neerav, thank you so much for that. I know you've sent in a couple more, but because we are running out of time and we don't want to drag this
and
on
participants.
Right? Self-confidence, Tony.
Yeah.
So thanks, Neerav, and hi to your kid in the background. All right. With that, it leaves us to the last question, which is a Shriketh question. Oh wait, I realize I have not shared my screen. This is actually one of the best questions, which I don't know the answer to.
Oh, I thought it was a consolation question.
Okay. It's quite likely that the hosts of Simplified could all meet in person and host Simplified 200 as a physical live event. What a hopeful note to end on. 1, Simplified is going to make it to 200. 2, we are going to have a live event. And 3, people will come, but we know at least there are 25 people who will come for that. Anyone has an answer, or shall I try with mine?
I mean, the most obvious one is we are on 175, 25 weeks. This is about 6 months to a vaccine, which seems very, very optimistic, unless you also live in Chuck's utopia.
Okay, so I calculated, Tony, to take your, I'm leaving the sarcasm out of your answer and I'm using the logic. Yeah, I calculated. October 12th will when episode 200 is going to come out.
Yeah.
Okay. So, which means we have to record latest by October 9th.
Right.
Which means Shriketh has to be in India. Shriketh is in Malaysia. So Shriketh has to be in India. Now, Shriketh will not come to India just for episode 200, which means that he will have to come for a wedding or a meeting or something substantial, right? Now, I looked up now it's unlikely that any of these things are going to happen on October significance those days. So maybe it's R.K. Narayan's 14th birth anniversary. You might be invited for Amitabh Bachchan's 78th birthday. Or maybe it could be a sad event. You might be coming for the 9th death anniversary of Jagjit Singh or the 23rd death anniversary of Michael J.S. Dewar, an Indian-born American theoretical chemist who developed the Dewar-Chad-Duncanson model. But I don't think you are that interested in chemical engineering. So it is most likely, I feel, that you might be coming for the 27th birthday party of one Mr. Hardik Pandya. Now, I wonder why this was. In January 2019, again, quoting from Wikipedia, Pandya made controversial comments about his promiscuous sexual lifestyle, avowedly condoned by his parents, on the show Coffee with Karan, which was immediately met with public backlash. And Hardik Pandya in later interviews has said, I don't drink coffee anymore. Now, I know that you work for a company which works for a major FMCG company that deals with tea. Therefore, I feel that you might have proposed an idea which might have led to Hardik Pandya drinking more of tea instead of coffee. Therefore, you will be invited you have turned around his life and you have been personally invited for it. So I feel that is actually the reason why you're here, and you thought might as well record Simplified 200th episode. That I think is the logical answer, but if I am mistaken, then please tell me.
Naren left.
Was I anywhere close?
I mean, you basically covered the entirety of the universe. I'm surprised if you are.
Even Ashmita said, Chuck, stop, bring the cats back. Oh my. Yeah. Actually, Shriketh should have left. So Shriketh, so why don't you tell us what the answer actually is?
Actually, a pretty long.
Unless Tony has one.
No, I already said that. Same thing. 6 months to vaccine.
So the premise of it, at least you got right, Chuck, was that what would be the reason? So I would be in India for the Simplified 200. Is that so? There was a Guardian article that came out recently that there has been a massive drop in dating overall. Dating has entirely shifted virtual. People are no longer meeting each other. While they're using the apps and all that, and there's a lot of virtual dating happening. There is physical people physically meeting up, and even like casual relationships are all like crashing through the floor. Right. So what that's done is that there is a massive drop in a demand for condoms. Right. So huge drop in a demand for condoms. And,
where does the rubber hit the road but?
So therefore, the world's largest condom maker is Carex in Malaysia. Right. And rubber is also one of Malaysia's leading exports. And what that does is that, and the other leading export is palm oil, which anyway was struggling.
Correct.
Now, because of a decline in discretionary spending, palm oil futures have also crashed completely. What that does is that Malaysia becomes the worst hit economy in the world to suffer from the COVID crisis because of this double whammy, causing a recession to hit Malaysia, causing massive numbers of expats to get laid off.
Wow.
In the same time, the time factor you got right, as at that point in time, looking at the curve of decline in coronavirus, the Indian curve will have flattened at exactly that time, which would coincide with my return to India along with Simplified 200 being able to be organized as a physical live event. And that was the connect.
Amazing.
Particular question.
Amazing. And you won't believe this. Somebody, and we are very sorry, but we can't take a bunch of questions because a bunch of them were actually sent in on mail pretty late. One of them, and you can see it in the comments, he said, my prediction is rubber will never go out of demand. He did not approach it from the angle that you did, but thank you for that answer. And we are at 8. We have done exactly 2 hours of this, and I think it's about time we stopped.
Yeah,
what do you say?
Our contractual obligation is over now. They'll give us all of the money.
I have one.
So yes, sorry, what did you say?
Ashmita has declared I have one. So
you have one. Okay, cool. Shrikesh has won by popular demand. I didn't know that this was a game, but anyway, Naren is not here, so
yeah. So it's a good note when we are ending, because it's the end of time and not the end of participants. So, yay.
I know. We have managed for 26 at the end of the show, which is quite a
achievement. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys for sticking around for this long. Drop us a comment on our social media and tell us what we can do to have made this better. I mean, apart from shorter. Where are the cats? You're asking. Where are the cats? Wait, I will try to show. There is one over there, and there is one over there. So yes, guys, thank you for sticking around. As Naren would have said, stay safe,
stay absurd.
Live, I suppose. Stay absurd and stay simplified. Here the show is officially ending. If you have any questions for us, you can just pop them in over here. We will can stay on for another 10 minutes or so. This is not going to make the show. From here onwards, you are not. So anything is uncensored. Editing, this is going to be crazy. You are going to be doing this all next week. Thanks, Shehzad. Shehzad is all the best to the editor. No. Pass that on to Tejas.
The fun part is people assume all our normal shows have very less randomness, which is kudos to the editor for making people believe that our normal
a lot of
less chaotic.
Kudos to IVM actually. As I used to edit the first few episodes of Simplified, first part of this presentation. Okay, bye. I think if that's it. I don't know. There were some questions through the course of the show, but I can't go back and read all of them now. And that's a wrap for the Simplified live episode, the first ever virtual episode that we have done on Zoom or any of the other platforms. We hope you enjoyed that. We know it was a little chaotic, especially if you were there. But yeah, we hope to do more of these. We will get better at them, maybe make them tighter, add in new formats and things like that. The video is available. We will mention it will be there in the show notes over here. So if you click it, you can watch all our faces. And we got on some people as well, which you can check out. We will resume regular programming next week with another Simplified episode, and I hope to catch you then. I hope we do more of these lives. I hope you enjoyed it. We'd love your feedback. So all our social links are in the handles as always. So please tell us what you thought. And yeah, I will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
I hope you enjoyed that show. We'd like to thank our sponsors this week, Paytm Money. While we're still going through lockdown, let me recommend a few quick shows for you to listen to. Check out Uncle Please Sit with Joel and Tushar. Really enjoy that show. They unpack some of the greater issues that we're facing, and I think you'll enjoy that. Also, do check out The Traveling Professor. That's a fun show that I think you're really going to enjoy as well. Phulia Bazi is a great show. It's a Hindi show about policy and things like that. They had a great episode last week. A close friend of mine from college, Joy Paul, was the guest. They talk about different social networks being used for different things. Very cool show. And lastly, let me tell you about Simplified. Simplified did a live episode last week, and we're making the first part of that available on their feed right now. So do definitely check that out. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Thanks, and please do keep listening.
Entertainment is like food for the brain. It's a window to culture and a great way to understand the world around us. The internet has changed what it means to be an entertainer, creating new storytellers with millions of fans. It has spawned a new breed, the story sellers, those behind the scenes creating the business for this ecosystem. They work with brands, platforms and channels who are keen to capitalize on an audience hungrier than ever for more stories. I'm Vineet Kanabar, and I have a ringside view to how stories are told and sold. On my show, I bring you creators, artists, executives and marketers for a freewheeling conversation around the business of entertainment. Tune in to Storytellers and Story Sellers for personal stories, analysis and criticism every Thursdays as I talk to the brightest minds telling or selling great stories today.